Hello again. Welcome back. This is Liz, and today I'm doing another painting in my series of palette knife creations. Yay! Today's painting, I'm going to be using a whole different family of colors. I'm trying to make this painting not look like my usual paintings. But most importantly, today I'm going to be giving a couple tips and tidbits on painting. First, I'm going to talk about color. Now, what is a painting without colors? But I'm not going to get all technical and go on about the color wheel and what color goes after what color. No, just keeping it simple, letting you know how I choose my colors and how I work with them and how they work for me. Okay, when I pick out colors, I always like to pick colors that are harmonious to each other. Like when I'm doing my reds, I like to go with the oranges and the yellows and the deep reds. And like today, I'm going with my pastel family. So I'm using the yellows and the greens and the pinks. So I use colors that are harmonious. Also, when I paint, I like to have a little bit of contrast. So being that I have the pastel colors as the background, when I do get to the figure, I have to think of a color that is the opposite, that will contrast the background. So I have to put a lady maybe in a deep blue or deep orange or a deep red. But the whole point of it is to have contrast. Okay, one last thing about colors. Now, this is just me in my own style. When I work, I like to start with the lighter colors. And then as I go on, I add the darker colors and I build it up slowly until I put the very dark colors at the end when the painting is, almost done. It works for me. There. Today we have a woman with an instrument. I had thought of putting a baby in her arms, but I figured, enough for the women and the babies. So today I have a woman with a ukulele, a guitar, some instrument. All right. Uh, the other tip I was going to give today was the sketch. A friend has said to me, "Oh my goodness, how do you just do it? You go on the canvas, you do these creations." No, there's a process to it. I keep a sketchbook, and when I want to do a painting, I go through my sketchbook and I pick what interests me most in the sketchbook. Sometimes I combine sketches, sometimes I stick to one sketch. And how do I get my sketches? Sometimes there are things that I just experience, things in my mind, um, things from back home. Sometimes it's pictures I see in magazines. Sometimes they're just nice, serene scenes I see on TV. And I lock it in my mind, and when I paint, I try to duplicate them on my canvas. And then sometimes it's just like maybe you're on the beach or you're walking through the marketplace and you see a scene that's interesting, you take a picture of it and then transfer it to the sketchbook. And there from the sketchbook, when you do want to paint, you scroll through your sketchbook and pick the sketch you want to do. And sometimes for me, it's like a study. Like if I'm thinking, oh, I have not drawn a man in a while, I want to draw a man with drums. I do several sketches of men drumming. I go through books looking at men drumming. I go through TV channels looking at men drumming. So in my sketchbook, I have like three or four of them. And then when it's time to paint, I go through my sketchbook and I combine them and maybe add two or three sketches together and then make an interesting composition. So that's how I get my sketch. All right, you see I said I added the dark colors and now I have given her a darker uh, outfit than her background, so it there's a contrast there. If I had given her purple, I don't think purple would have worked. So it will be orange today. And now let's just add a little detail here and there and basically finish the painting. And before I say thank you for watching, I wanted to add one more tip. When you think you're done with a painting or when you're done for the day with a painting, you leave it for a while. Let it rest a day or two, a week, if you can afford to wait a week. And then you pick it up and look at it again. That's always a good idea because that helps you to see the errors and the mistakes so you can fix them. That's it. Thanks again for watching and enjoy the rest of the painting.